Hey, welcome back. It's March 11th, and this is the aftermath of what has been one of the major market crash that we've seen for a long time. I just want to give you just a brief update as to what I'm seeing on the markets and crypto, and particularly Bitcoin for today. And as you can see, looking at the chart on the Bitcoin price is on the road to recovery up to 82.3 per coin. So you can see if you compare from yesterday's red candlestick has actually recovered the losses from yesterday's trading, which is good news. But I just want to actually just explain some other news and developments which I think are very important to raise to your attention. I found this interesting article, which I think could partly explain the reason why we're seeing this appalling market-wide sell-off, including the crypto market in previous days. And the one big reason could be to do with the Japanese yen has been getting stronger, which means that investors often move money into safe haven assets like the yen when they get a bit nervous about the markets. This makes the stocks and crypto drop as money moves away from them. So why the yen's strength may reverse soon, which could actually partly explain the green candlestick recovery on the Bitcoin price that I've shown you in the previous chart. Well, right now, a huge number of traders have bet that the yen will keep getting stronger, called long positions, but when too many people make the same bet, so they enter the same position, the market often flips the other way. If the yen stops rising or even weakens, investors may feel comfortable moving money back into riskier assets like Bitcoin and the Nasdaq stocks. Now, why could this be an actual turning point? Well, Japanese institutions could help stop the yen's rise, such as the pension funds could tend to go against the market trends. They may start moving money back into global markets, which could help stabilize Bitcoin and stocks and equities. So this is a history repeating itself yet again, because in last August, the same thing has happened where the yen has surged and the markets crashed, then everything bounced back hard. If that happens again, we can see indeed a recovery in Bitcoin and stocks. So Bitcoin and Nasdaq could get relief soon. If the yen stops surging, investors would likely shift back into riskier assets, giving Bitcoin and stocks a much needed boost. So this kind of market shakeup isn't at all new. We've all seen it before, and in many cases, it leads to a strong recovery. Panic selling now could mean missing out on the bounce when things turn around. Instead of reacting emotionally, long-term investors should stay patient and focus on the bigger picture. That's the bottom line that I want to. Another interesting article that could explain why Bitcoin is being under sales pressure recently is to do with this Mt. Gox. So what's happening with Mt. Gox? Mt. Gox was once the biggest crypto exchange, but collapsed in 2014 after being hacked. Since then, the people in charge of its remaining assets, the trustees, have been slowly preparing to repay creditors who lost the money. The recent transfers of nearly $930 million in Bitcoin and previous movements of $1 billion last week suggest that they are preparing to distribute more funds soon. So the question here is why this affects Bitcoin's price. Fears of selling pressure. Many creditors will receive their Bitcoins after waiting over 10 years. Some of them may decide to sell immediately rather than hold, especially since Bitcoin has been volatile. This worries traders who preemptively sell Bitcoin to avoid potential crashes. Another reason could be market is already in a correction. Bitcoin has already dropped nearly 30% from its all-time high early this year. A large amount of Bitcoin hitting the market during an already weak period could make things worse. And another reason could be the psychological impact. Even if all the Mt. Gox Bitcoin doesn't get sold at once, just the fear of it causes traders to be cautious, leading to lower prices. So, will it keep dropping? While there is fear of selling pressure, not all creditors will sell immediately. Many of them may hold their Bitcoin or even sell gradually, which may reduce the impact on price. Bitcoin has historically absorbed large selling events before, such as miners selling, the ETF launches, and bounced back stronger. The Mt. Gox repayment deadline is actually due in October 2025 later this year. meaning the selling may be spread out over time rather than happening all at once. So what is the message from this for investors who already hold Bitcoin? It's like I said in many of my other videos, we need to remain calm and avoid panic selling. The market already knows about the Mt. Gox Bitcoin movements, meaning some of this fear is already priced in. Long-term fundamentals remain strong. So Bitcoin has seen sell-offs such as this before, like China bans, the FTX collapse, and the miner capitulation, and always rebounded. And opportunities arise in volatility. This is important to realize. If Bitcoin dips further, it could be a great buying opportunity for the long-term holders. So between all these articles, I'm trying to give you examples where we need to kind of remain headfast and strong and don't fall into the trap of panic selling. And instead, you need to hold on to your dear life. You might have heard the acronym HODL. So things like Bitcoin or other leading equity stocks that you're really passionate and you have a long time horizon, you need to hold on to your dear life on those assets and keep yourself distant from all this noise and volatility that's happening during these past days. So this is the message I want to leave you today, to please remain headstrong, don't fall into the trap of panic selling, and hold on to your positions in the long run, because you're going to reap the rewards at the end of your long time horizon that you may have, whether it's 5, 10, 15 years from now. So I'll see you next time.